Today I am at the Space Coast Card Show in Port Canaveral, Florida. Let's see what kind of deals I can find.
What was the deal? How's it going, man?
Good. How are you, bro? Good to see you.
My goal in this show is to focus a little bit more on higher end stuff for me. What's higher end for Carrie? It's like $5 and above. So I had mixed results. You're going to watch. Let me know what you think of my buys, what you would have bought that I'm passing up here. I'd love to get some feedback. Let's get to buying some cards to flip online.
No, for sure it wasn't that number, for sure. It has an elevator, yeah.
So I spent most of my life living in Utah and pretty near Weber State University in Ogden, Utah. There's not a lot of NBA guys from there. Dylan Jones is one of them. Damian Lillard. Harold Arsenal. That's a shout out right there. That's a number to 99 Bowman Chrome. First, and he's on OKC for $5. I decided to put that in the pile. So if you didn't know, I sell a lot of my cards on live auction, Whatnot, and DIBDITcards.com. My Whatnot shows are Monday and Friday night, Monday at 8 p.m. and Friday at 7 p.m. And my DIBDIT card shows are every Wednesday, 7 to 9. Sometimes I do extra shows as well on both sites, so stay tuned for that. I also sell stuff on Mercari at Buy It Now. I do buysportscards.com. I send some stuff out for consignment too, so I'm thinking of all of these different places I can sell cards at as I'm looking through these boxes, trying to figure out what's the best spot for what. Decided to get this Cole Fontanelle Bowman Chrome Auto out of the new Bowman. It's $5. I'm going to get a deal at the end. I'm bundling so that I can get a deal. Not 100% sure on that buy. We'll see how it does, but I decided to throw it in the pile. Now we're on to the $10 section, at least for a little bit here. Max Anderson, numbered to 50, Bowman first paper. Decided to throw that into the pile. Off the top of my head, I'm usually not looking up all of this stuff. Some of it I'm looking up. That one I didn't look up. I thought he was a little higher ranked as a prospect than he ended up being, but still, I got it. We're going to see how I do on it. There's a pink ice optic brawny. Decided to pass on that, though. Jonathan Brooks, he's been injured a lot. I got a couple of him like a week or two ago, not realizing he had hurt himself again, or that he had been injury prone. So I'm kind of staying away from him at the moment right there. That's number to 25. Jalen Tyson, now he's a little bit more obscure. I don't know a lot about him this year. It is super low numbered. It's a good low numbered rookie of him, but I'm not getting it. I don't want to put it online and just sit on it forever, and I'm not sure it would do well on an auction. Coming up is a really cool card. This orange to 25 Lucas Ramirez, son of Manny Ramirez. It had a $15 price tag on it, of course, with the bundle. Got a little bit off. I put that on Mercari, and it sold within the hour. And it was late at night. It was maybe 10 or 11 EST when I posted it, and it sold for $29 shipped, so I made a profit on that right away. Remember, everybody, any of the stuff I buy, it's not buying advice. This is just what I'm picking up. Do your own research. This is your own thing to figure out. But I did decide to get this Arjun Namala. He's the number one prospect in the Blue Jays system, $15 Bowman Best Auto. It had a little mark on it. I didn't realize at the time, but still, I was happy to throw that card in the pile.
Watch every one of the KNT videos.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, that's
that place
I've
is.
known Kyle since I was 8 years old.
Really?
I was his protege for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love Kyle.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a really good dude.
Him and Mike are awesome.
Yeah, they. When I first visited them, it was 10 months before I moved here when I was still in Vegas, and dude, those boxes, I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, they load them up.
And they
I
put
bought them out a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean,
$1 and $3.
I need to be more like that. I need to be more. Can I buy a box? I struggle with that. I'm more of a
You take a lot of
picker.
stuff that you don't really like at a shipping number, but you get really good into the ones that you are liking. So
Yeah,
it's
it is.
awesome.
Exactly. I do so much on auction. It's hit and miss depending on the day. So
when you're buying price on a lot of stuff, as well,
when you're buying in bulk, it makes it a lot easier to risk it.
Big chances, yeah. Also, you can find new markets that do way better than you would have ever expected.
100%.
I ran Topps Chrome Disney Sapphire, went for 4x what I would have ever expected.
Really?
I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't buy a whole box from somebody. People love that stuff. I mean, it went up to $2,400 a box or whatever it is, so it makes sense, but oh my goodness.
That's awesome. Yeah, KNT's awesome. Great dudes.
Yes. Learned everything.
I could do videos every week there, a couple times a week if I wanted to. I'm trying not to.
Man, the only thing is, everywhere you go now, it's so much Pokemon all the time. Man.
Yeah, it's like more than 50% here, I bet.
And I'm not a Pokemon person. I'm just...
I buy packs sometimes, but I don't do great. Like, I bought some, and I run them sometimes at $1. I was losing money. I got to stay away from Pokemon. I don't have the market.
I got this stock for 80. Check that out.
All right. I won't even look. 90? I'm messing with you. Ben Rice, dude.
Yeah.
Shohei. Ooh, that's so cool. You don't mind that I'm filming this, do you?
No, go ahead.
I like the Lawler. Lawler's like the 4th rated in the top 100 right now. Iconic. I wonder if I've opened packs of these. I opened a lot in this era.
Yeah.
And Yang, there we go, dude. Yeah, all day. I'm working on that, putting stacks together.
I usually like to go for the low end stuff, but man, I didn't see much. This right here is the only spot where I have a bunch of like good low end stuff.
This is just like an interesting baseball lot here. Tavares and Puig, these guys were both huge.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
So you've been going to a lot of card shows?
Oh yeah, always. Most weekends if I can.
They're having a really big one here in August, supposedly. I guess they're going to be renting out they're going to have it at the convention center too, I guess.
Is it going to be Space Coast?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, it needs to be bigger. I couldn't find parking.
Yeah, it took me about 25 minutes I had to wait for someone to back out.
I was lucky. My girlfriend was driving. She's like, yeah, just get out. I'll figure it out. I'm not going in anyway.
Like the worst thing that can happen to sidetrack the stream is like when someone comes in and like says something about hockey and they're like...
So the reason I'm looking through the dollar boxes right now to add to these stacks, and I'm going to come back to the dollar boxes in a sec, is I figured it's great for bundling. When I go buy these stacks of 5, 10, 20, or higher dollar cards, I want to try, this is like a goal that I've had, something I've been thinking about with negotiating and making deals, is I want to try to find 5, 10, $15 cards at the very least. That way I can put them in the deal. And oftentimes, they're almost thrown in, or you're definitely not paying $1 a piece on the cards. They get bundled into the deal. And that's great extra cards that I can run almost primarily through one of my auctions. NBA draft is like in 2 weeks. Concanopel is going to be a lottery pick, more than likely, unless he falls. I've heard even the Jazz talking about getting him at 5. I think that might be a little high, but I'm picking up that Black Wave Refractor. Probably paid a little too strong on it, honestly. We'll see how it does. Trey Harris, though, good young receiver. He was a 3rd-round draft pick for the Chargers. At that price tag, super happy with that buy. That's something I feel like I can flip at a profit pretty quickly. It already has some watchers on Mercari, and I just listed it. I like this auto that I'm going to show you right here, Mark Boone Jr. Not because he was a Star Wars character. I don't know what he played on Star Wars. It's on the card. But he was in Sons of Anarchy, a very important part of that show. A show I've watched through a couple times, I think, at this point. So decided to pick it up at that $5 price point, which will be less when I do this bundle. On to some more dollar cards from the dollar box. I'm seeing some Michael Penix. Picking the shiny ones. Maybe should have picked up that Luke McCaffrey. I'm trying to pick up the bigger names from last year's draft class, guys that I think would do well in the auction. Xavier Worthy, rated rookie. Here's a Bucky Irving, rated rookie out of Donruss. Clearly, I'm going to put that in the stack as well. Going to pick up this Dame Sarr Purple Wave Refractor Bowman first. He's the brother of Alexander Sarr. Boogie Fland now with the Gators, throwing that in the pile. A lot of mock drafts have Malak in the lottery, so I'm going to pick that up as well. Also decided to pick up this Red Wave color match. TJ McConnell now on the Pacers in the finals right now. We'll get that card. Speaking of the NBA finals, here's a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander rookie card. Chronicles, not the best set in the world, but it is a rookie. I'm going to throw it in the pile. He is the MVP, and he's playing well as always, so we'll see how that does. That's one that I'm sure I'll put through the auction. Zaire Hope, it's a color match, sky blue color match. Hear a lot about Zaire Hope from Tim at Over the Years Sports. I threw that in. At the price point, it's probably paying a little too strong at the moment, but that's okay. I got it. We'll see how we do with it. You guys know I like Bowman Chrome a lot. I forgot what this parallel is called, numbered to 48. DJ's not the best player, but at the price, it had some printing lines, like a lot of this Bowman U stuff does, but I ended up getting it, throwing it in there. And this is just a cool-looking Xavier Worthy. Not a player worn or anything like that, but I decided to get that. Check out these photogenic James Cook cards. Now, that's like very Stadium Club-esque. Great picture. I was trying to find at least one more card that was a little pricier, $20 or more, and I had a little stack here. These were the ones I was considering. I ended up getting this Kiki Iriafen. She was the 4th pick in the WNBA draft. That card's all over the place. It sold recently at like 50 a couple times. It had one auction that, I don't know what happened. It got a 99-cent bid, another one at like 24 something. So it's all over the place.
We got this kind of organized.
That grouping?
Yeah, they're at least grouped by the same number.
Cool. Perfect.
Total was 193, 160.
Deal.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Awesome, easy peasy. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Looking for anything specific?
Nothing specific, no.
So as always, I'm looking for a bundle deal, and the first card that caught my eye is a $5 number to 25 Zach Lowther autograph. Now, for some reason, I thought he was still on the Orioles. He's not. He's playing, I think, in China right now. Super low numbered. Cool card, on card. So I probably, knowing what I know now, would have passed, but I'm not comping all the time when I'm at these tables. Went with my gut, and I still got a good deal on this, so we'll see how that ultimately does. I'm going to get some more cards at this table, though, see if it makes up for that. This Michael Jordan Blue Special Edition parallel card looked like a good fit for my live auctions. It's, got the history when he played baseball. It's a parallel. It's a Michael Jordan baseball card, so I put that in the pile. So we got 2 cards so far. Let's keep stacking. Let's see if we can get a better deal by just bundling together. PCA, which everybody taught me in the lives is his nickname. PCA has been doing really well. So that's a red. I wish it was a blue, but it is a red. We're going to put that in the pile. Rookie card. The next card I decided to put in this bundle is this Dalton Varsho. I believe it's an on-card autograph, shiny, tops. It has a $6 price tag on it. So I've got 4 cards in the pile. I'm going to try to get a deal on this, but there's another card I have my eye on, which you're going to see in a second, that I end up throwing in the deal.
I got 4.
Let's see what we got. Pretty even. 16.
16. Would you do 30 if I threw that in? So 20 and then 10? It's worth a ask. No pressure.
Obviously, I'm considering it.
Okay.
Would you do 32?
Sure.
Cool.
Easy peasy. Thank you for the deal, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the second time I've been to the Space Coast Card Show. It's in Port Canaveral. So when we go down there, the last 2 times I've wanted to go to Cape Canaveral. That's one of the touristy things in Florida, I haven't done. I definitely want to go check it out, see all the history. One of my 3 degrees I have from school, which I'm not really using any of, I'm doing reselling full-time, is history, and I love history stuff. So I want to check that out one day when I'm down there. But it was a solid show, maybe not my best show, but I pushed myself, and I'm proud that I tried to do something that I hadn't done a lot lately, which is try to focus on like $5 and up cards. I did that a lot last year, especially around like the National and stuff, and I plan on doing that at the National again this year, pushing myself. Buying, bigger cards for me. At some point, I want to be really, really comfortable in that $20 to $200 range. I'm always going to be looking at the 50-cent boxes and dollar boxes, I imagine. I just don't want to do it every time. I want to push myself a little bit. We got to grow in this business, got to grow in life, and it's definitely not my strength. I'm definitely more comfortable in that dollar box. That's where I feel like I can find stuff that I can flip via live auction, or I could flip, for a profit wherever I do buy it now. So overall, I had a good time at the show. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you all so much. Check out my live shows if you guys haven't. I'm on Whatnot on Mondays and Fridays, on DIBDIT Cards Wednesday, 7 to 9 for sure. I may do some pop-up shows on either of the sites throughout the week as well. You can also buy it now on my Whatnot, Mercari. I do buysportscards.com as well. And I've been doing anytime auctions on Whatnot, meaning if you go on Whatnot tonight, more than likely I have some stuff ending, kind of like eBay auction style, every night at a certain time, usually between like 7 and 9:30. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'm going to check you all the next time I do a video. Bye.